Oh, hey questers. Just taking a break, doing a little fishing. Oh, hold on just a second. I think I got something. Oh, darn. That's not what I want at all. Just left to throw it back. Hey questers, and welcome to another episode of BMF, the unofficial home for all things Oculus Quest. Shout out to the devs for sending me this game to review. I don't know about you, but I very rarely get the chance to drop everything and just go fishing. In fact, I can count on one hand the amount of times I've been fishing in the last 15 years. Unless you count bait on the Quest, I suppose. Now enter Real VR Fishing, a realistic fishing simulator. The question is, should you take the bait and pick it up, or cut the line and let it go? Let's jack in and find out. Real VR Fishing is touted as being a hyper-realistic fishing simulator, both visually and mechanically. But how well does it stand up to those claims? First off, let's get it out of the way. Real VR Fishing looks really good. A lot of this is due to the photorealistic backdrops that they essentially masked the game over top of. It's kind of like Google Maps Street View in that they took photos of these locations and then used 3D rendering for the water, fish, animals, and other elements. This works surprisingly well, and it's awesome to see the different locations and environments, which all are currently located in South Korea, although they have said they're interested in bringing international locations to the game as well at some point. There are a total of 15 locations right now, and you unlock each location by leveling up, which is done by what else? Fishing. But more about that in a second. There is such a great variety of locations, from city to country, night and day, sunny and rainy. Visually, even the rod and the fish look good. When you catch a fish, you can see the light reflections on its scales, and I love the small animation details like the rod bending slightly when the fish are nibbling at the line. Before I get done talking about the visuals, I have to mention the home menu, which is a cabin on the water that you can walk or teleport around freely. There's a large aquarium that you can add fish you have caught to, as well as a fireplace and seating, and you can actually sit down on the seats as well. One of my favorite things to do is change the time of day and head out and sit on the deck. It's so surreal. One thing I really love about this game is the audio. I was surprised at how immersive it made the game feel. One thing that comes to mind is level 4, I believe, where you're standing in a fishing boat and it's raining. You can just stand there and listen to the rain hitting the water and the boat, and it's really relaxing. There are a good amount of ambient noises as well, and the water splashing as you're reeling in that big one and the reel spinning are spot on. Now it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty. How is the gameplay and replay value? The game plays wonderfully. In fact, I was very happy with the intuitive way that catching a fish works. While reeling a fish, you have to keep the line tension between the red and the blue, or the fish will either get away because the line is too slack or the line will break. You also have to fight against the fish as it pulls on the line by pulling your line in the opposite direction. It works really well. When you start fishing, you actually put on virtual AR glasses in the game that allow you to see the fish under the water, so you know where to cast, which is a nice touch. When you catch a fish, you can either throw it back or keep it. Throwing it back adds experience points to level up based on the fish's size, and keeping it gives you coins that you can spend on new rods, reels, baits, and other stuff for your aquarium. I actually really like that concept because I haven't earned a lot of coins as of yet because I wanted to continue unlocking locations. But as the game progresses and more locations are unlocked, you need to also balance that out with new equipment as the fish get bigger and harder to catch. The game has 3 different difficulty levels as well that'll change the fishing experience from a more guided one with indicators to a more realistic one. It makes for a great amount of gameplay and a lot of replayability. On top of that, you have the in-game leaderboard and achievements to unlock, so there's really a good amount of replay value here. There is even an in-game MP3 player, so you can load up songs and listen to your own tunes. I don't know exactly how many kinds of fish there are, but there are an absolute ton, and it's a joy trying to catch them. Real VR Fishing is the best and most rounded out fishing experience I have played. And if you're a lover of all things outdoors or fishing, then you'll feel right at home in this game. Also, another thing to note is that they're currently working on expanding the game with additional locations, sea fishing, and other awesome updates, so it's just going to keep getting better. If you want to get the most out of your quest and the best bang for your buck, then subscribe to BMF for more quest-related content and hit that bell icon. Plus, if you're looking for more quest games, you can check out my other reviews here. Thank you so much for watching, and happy questing.